it's Candy, and this is a book talk of a book I read a few weeks ago now called This Is How You Lose Her by Junot Diaz. Now, Junot Diaz is fast becoming one of my favourite authors because I read earlier this year The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so good, and I've never read a voice like Unia, who is the kind of reoccurring character in all of Junot Diaz's works. This Is How You Lose Her kind of recounts the stories of male infidelity in relationships. Now, I think this is such an interesting topic because I always think that whilst I don't think cheating is necessarily black and white, I do think that there are very few situations where it can be extenuated or where it can be excused in any way. But Junot Diaz kind of takes this kind of big topic, saturated topic, and really made me see it in a different way. Junot Diaz himself has said that one of the big themes of this work in particular is the attitude that a lot of his male characters tend to have, and that's the attitude of you're not really supposed to show any vulnerability, and a big consequence of this attitude is the way that they view women across the spectrum of human to object. They definitely see them as more towards the object side, and I think that he does it in such a funny and crass but very poignant way as well in all his novels, but particularly this collection of short stories. He really kind of showcases that very well. One of the ways he does this is by the fact that all his stories are interlinked, so you get to kind of see the development of that attitude through repeated behaviours, through Unia in particular, his recurring character as a kid, and see how his dad acted, see how his brother acted, behaviour patterns, and you see how they kind of really mess with his psyche and really mess with the way that he wants to live his own life and the way that he deals with falling in love and relationships and hurting people. And it's just such an interesting collection of short stories. Always tackles quite dark topics, but he does it in such a funny and dark, humorous way. His writing always kind of makes me cry and laugh at the same time, and I think that's a big emotional spectrum to be able to write across, and to be able to do that very successfully is really a sign of good writing, I think. Junot Diaz always has a really complex and nuanced narrative that's populated with Spanish words, because most of his characters have their heritage in the Dominican Republic. You know, it's great for me because I literally know nothing about the Dominican Republic, and any sort of exposure I've had to it has been through his works, particularly The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde, but also watching his talks and reading interviews of him, and I'll leave some links down below if you're interested. Just in general, I really liked this collection of short stories, especially now that I'm talking about it and really seeing what I got from it and what it taught me as well. Definitely recommend it. I give it about 4 out of 5 stars, and I think that, again, if it's something that sounds interesting to you, read the first story, see if you want to buy the whole collection. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. Hope you're having a good day, and see you soon. Bye.